scratch another off the Dirty 10. It's bleached white beef tripe, meat pulled from the inner muscular wall of the first 3 chambers of a cow's stomach. Although pre-cleaned, be sure to clean the tripe thoroughly. Cut out any hard areas and or fat. And then completely submerge in fresh water for 1 hour. Next, set a large pot of water to boil. And insert the tripe. Once in, reduce to low heat and allow the meat to simmer for 3 to 3½ hours. Once soft, pour the contents into a colander. Cut off any additional fat and cut into small slivers. Next,
Yeah, I know, the instructions stop there. On this show, that's unheard of, yeah? Yucker Yum / Limbo Grub, yeah, I've never done that before. I've never stopped the instructions in the middle of the instructions, but you look on the internet, there's nowhere that it says anywhere on the internet how to cook tripe. I have to figure it out on my own. I mean, everywhere I look, it says the same thing. Oh, all the steps that you saw up to now, those are the steps you see. Simmer it for 3 hours, then what happens next? Oh, then you put in some diced tomatoes and onions. I'm not gonna do that, because I can't taste the tripe. Another one I look at, it's, simmer it for 3 hours, blah, 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 blah. Next, put in some nonpareil capers. No, I'm not gonna put anything else. I look at another one and it says, all right, well, open up a box of ronzoni. No, I'm not making pasta. I'm making freaking tripe. I don't want your mama's prized recipe. I don't want a recipe for fine tripe gazpacho. I just want to know what tripe tastes like, for God's sakes. So you know what I did? I overlooked all the other people's recipes out there. I saw what they were doing. I saw that this was safe, so I just put some oil in a freaking pan. I'm gonna stick it in there. We're gonna cook it. We're gonna eat it. We're gonna figure out what tripe looks like. And you out there are gonna depend on me, because there's nobody else on the internet who will tell you straight. All right? So I am the authority on tripe. Don't listen to anybody else. You type tripe into the search window. Don't pay attention to anything else. I know there's gonna be some videos out there that are gonna get thousands of views. That's for their personal tripe recipe. They're not gonna tell you what it tastes like. They're gonna tell you what all that other stuff tastes like. It might taste lousy. They might be putting all that other stuff on there because they don't want you to taste the tripe, because tripe tastes lousy. Just watch my video if you want. If you have any curiosity about tripe, it will be sated thanks to me. Believe I'm actually about to do this. This isn't your ordinary episode of Limbo Grub, aka Yucker Yum, no! This is your good buddy Hottie Scotty Pancake 603 and the dude who plays him behind the scenes, encountering and facing down one of his most horrible phobias. One of my biggest fears on the planet is guts. Just human guts, animal guts, roadkill in the street, like with intestines and stomach and kidneys all over the place, like all their innards strewn about. I hate that. It's like my biggest fear. I have nightmares about guts. Before I went to hell, because I actually have been there, it's nothing like what was concocted in my mind, but in my mind, hell was actually being surrounded by human guts, like you were in a giant human body. It's just something weird about it, just how squishy and wet everything is, and just how there are like colors there that really you don't feel like they should be there. Like there's blue things in your body. Why is there blue in your body? Blue is like, I don't know, it's like such an unnatural color. For a long time, like way back in the 80s, we were told that we shouldn't even eat blue. Anything that was blue, we shouldn't put in our body because it was poisonous. But yet we have blue veins, parts, chambers in our heart are like blue. It's just like weird. And what I'm looking at here, look at it. It doesn't look like cow flesh. It doesn't look like gorilla flesh. To me, it looks like some kind of weird towel or like a white quilt. I mean, look, you can see the stitch marks in it. Like some old granny was rocking in a rocking chair, putting together a nice long tripe quilt. It's weird, and just to think that it came out of a cow, when you slaughter a cow, and it's like everything's red and just blood everywhere. It's just nasty, disgusting, and yet something like this could exist inside a cow too? There wasn't any blood on this. It was just some kind of clear liquid. What is this liquid? And to make matters worse, in fact, this is probably the worst thing about it. When you cook it, the steam and the scent that comes out of it, it doesn't smell like beef. It smells like fish. Literally, when you say the word tripe, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you were a child and you heard the word tripe, you would think it's some kind of fish, because the word tripe sounds like a fish. But no, it's not fish. This is like the second chamber of a cow's, or whatever, like cow's second stomach, because they have multiple stomachs, or something like that. This is the lining of it. And what you saw me do is just like the amount of preparation that comes into making this. You have to make doubly sure that this thing is extra, extra clean. And trust me, I did the roto-rooter on this. This thing is ultra safe. I'd be surprised if there was any flavor left after all the times I've washed it. But let me put it up to the nose. I'll let you know what the nose thinks, although I smelled it cooking. It doesn't actually smell that bad. It has like a consistency, like you might see it wobbling a little when I tap it here. It really does feel, when you touch it, it feels like a cauliflower. And that's another thing that scares me about it, because my mind is going to be thinking, this is meat, I'm going to put it in my mouth, and it's going to not feel like meat in my mouth. My brain actually, it knows what it should feel like. Texture is so, so important when it comes to this stuff. I mean, if it tastes delicious and it has a nasty texture, that could be enough to make you want to barf. So I guess there's enough delaying. I'm gonna taste tripe for the first time, and like I said, I'm the authority. I'm gonna become the authority on tripe with this one bite, because I'm eating it with no accoutrements, no spices, no condiments, no capers, no pasta, no tomatoes, no onions, whatever the heck everybody was tossing on top of this tripe to hide its flavor. I'm gonna taste its flavor, and I'm gonna let you know. If the world suddenly becomes uncool, then so shall I to jump on the bandwagon. That's the only way, Tyrion. I do not wish to support your gambling problem! No, Tyrion! Next week is the apology special! You're screwing with my schedule! I am not chicken! You think you're so slick, huh? I'll take that bet! Tyrion, didn't I have you fixed? Because you sure have a giant hairy set! You don't tell me what to do on my show! So anywho, rather than keep the viewers in suspense, we'll throw down right now! Okay, Light Yagami number 2. You better not eat this. Aw, man! Yeah, I guess so. Well, it's not gonna prove anything! And now, it's my turn. Good grief almighty. You viewers out there have no idea the turmoil that I have just went through. There was a lot of behind-the-scenes crap that just happened between that cut and this cut that you're watching right now. I don't want to jump the fourth wall and just disturb the video or anything like that, but I'm going to probably release it because I put too much work into it just to let it fall on the cutting room floor. I'll release it as some kind of Facebook exclusive. You can go on my Facebook and see for yourself, but let's just put it this way. The pain that I'm about to go through has just multiplied by 2. And I know that means absolutely nothing to you, but check out the Facebook page and it'll be understandable. Looking at this, I just wish that there was some way I could just rewrite the rules of Limbo Grub, aka Yucker Yum. That I could just put this thing in my mouth, pinch my nostrils, and just swallow it without it touching my tongue. I mean, I've done that before with things that I hate, and I was able to muscle my way through a lot of vegetables as a child. I perfected an art. It's like eating like a duck, but this is way too big a piece to eat. Just, I guess, close my eyes and just pretend that it's cauliflower? My God! when you bite through this, oh my God, there's a piece on the one side of my mouth, the piece on the other side of the mouth, and connected to them is this strand of connected tissue that I can't break through. It's like a guy running a race and they try to run through that big towel at the finish line and he just crashes into it and falls on his butt. That's what I'm going through right now, or eating this. My God almighty. Light Yagami number 2, what were you thinking? This isn't tasty for humans, for dogs, for any kind of consumption. It tastes like fish! I can feel it in my nose! The taste, it goes straight from my throat to the back of my skull, out my nose, and it's fish. It's definitely fish. My mind knows what fish tastes like. My mind knows what it smells like. Tripe! Did you really come from a cow? Or are you a fish in disguise? Because it sure tastes like fish to me, and my brain knowing that it's supposed to be beef just makes it taste all the worse. My God, this is taking like every ounce of energy just to plow through this. And this is a tiny bite. That's not bad. And you know what? You have no idea what I went through behind the scenes. Oh my God, I gotta like breaking all sorts of rules here on Limbo Grub. You have no idea what I went through behind the scenes over there preparing this. Because I cut a lot of stuff out. Like there's a lot of stuff on like I didn't film the whole preparation process. I was hacking at this thing like a damn lumberjack trying to get all the fat off of it. This fat was clinging to the tripe with a death grip. It was like, I don't know, like Juggernaut had it in a bear hug. And I couldn't get all of it off. I mean, I got a lot of it off, but still a lot remains. And it's almost like that's what makes up tripe, is it's mostly fat. And I tried. Oh Lord, did I try to get all that fat off of here. Now, is it all bad? It's not all bad. There's a nice crispy outer layer. And you know what, I give myself the kudos for that because that was the way I prepared it. I put some like vegetable oil in the pan, fricasseed it up. I have myself to thank. I made it taste good because the outside layer is nice and crispy. It has a nice, it's almost kind of like flavorless, but it's got like such a good texture to it. It's actually quite pleasant. It's the inside of it that is toxic. I don't know. I feel like it's like so many other things that I've eaten on this show, like that pickled sausage that I had a long time ago, the Big Mama. Or like there was another one. It was just like a web, like the lima beans. Yeah, it tastes a lot like the lima beans. You've got that outside layer that's actually kind of pleasant, but when you bite through it, poison comes oozing out of it. And my God, and just the sheer fact. And I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but I've gotta reiterate, this came from a cow. This! It looks like a chip of banana, or like it looks like a long, it looks like a long cauliflower of some sort. You won't be able to get that out of your brain as you're eating it. That's why all those other recipes that I saw online are throwing all sorts of other food on top of this. You may as well make a recipe about human feces. Here's great ways to dress up human feces and make it edible. That's exactly what you're doing with this. I ate it all. That huge stack you saw in here, I ate all of it. I had to because I messed up the other time and I was eating it all then too. So, what kind of a grade do I give this? It had me vomiting, and as you know, it's one of the tenets of, and I don't mean David Tennant, but it's one of the ironclad rules of Limbo Grub. If it makes me dry heave, it gets 0 stars automatically. But because there was a glimmer, a tiny little, if you could see the space in between my fingers, and I know there's no space in between my fingers, but I'm talking molecular. At a molecular level, maybe Ant-Man, if he shrunk down small enough, he could get in between those fingers. There is a pleasant taste in here. Oh, God. There's a pleasant taste in here. You just have to, I don't know, try to concentrate on that and try to get your brain off of the gunk that's in the middle and the nasty texture and all the fat. So, the official score for tripe, without seasoning, without any accoutrements or anything like that, is 1/2 a star. Hottie Scotty Pancake has officially given TRIPE 1/2 a star, 1/2 a star rating, and I'm the authority on TRIPE. Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. This is your good buddy Hottie Scotty Pancake 603 saying, until next time, where I once again answer the question, is it yuck? Is it yum? Or is it yuck or yum? This sure as hell was definitely yuck. In fact, if I had my druthers, I would puke this up just to get it out of my system. Just the thought of this swimming around in my stomach, it's like in inner space when whatever his name was, he found out that he was gonna have like a miniaturized skeleton floating around in his bloodstream if he didn't help the dude. Yeah, that's what I feel like right now. I just want to get this stuff out of me. Maybe I should become a bulimic. Ta-ta, everybody. Don't try tripe. I know the word try is in there, but don't try tripe.
This advertisement right now goes out to the working man, as Ted Fowler and I sit back, toss back a couple of Steve Weisers, and watch my clock, my Pearl River beer neon beer clock's hand spin around that son of a bitch like a rotisserie chicken. We think about the working men and women at Edwards Superfood stores while we don't work. Take that as an insult? I don't give a shit! Edwards has all you need for a summertime beer bash. Tomato plants, kettlebells, flip-flops, and Pearl River beer. You ever hear of the clock they put out? Check out Edwards Superfood stores today. You could pay more. What? Hell no!